Peace, y'all. Out of the eye here. Cite the fucking artist you took from. Cite the fucking artist you took from. Instead of it being on site, cite the fucking artist you stole from. That's what this reading is about. People are really in a position where they feel like they can make assumptions about who they can use, who they can abuse when it comes to the work that they're doing. They really are being so disrespectful. They're being so disrespectful. The entertainment industry is so fucking disrespectful. It is so disrespectful. And it's like it's impossible to not talk about it. It's impossible to know when you're in these positions like this. It's impossible for me to not say anything about it. Unfinished symphony, round and round and round. It's an unfinished symphony, even though for some folks it doesn't go round and round and round forever. And so, you know, I've picked up energies of like, at some point when you get to a certain point, people don't do it to you anymore. They don't steal your work anymore. But the only reason they're not stealing it is because you're in a position where now people know who you are. That is the only reason why it stops. That's why this unfinished symphony, it doesn't go round and round forever, but it's not over yet. That to me is absolutely fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Somebody needs to get into the idea. It's like, if you are one of these fucking big shark motherfuckers stealing from other people, people still don't want to work with you. People still don't want to work with you. And I can't say that for everybody. There will be people who want to conform. There are some people who are okay with conformities or have no choice but to conform for whatever reason that feels comfortable for them. But it's like, not everyone's going to be getting down like that. Not everyone's going to be getting down like that. The messes that are made from these same ass situations. I've seen videos of somebody talking about how Beyonce took songs from this person who did not get cited. I've told y'all about my story with Rihanna or whoever was working with Rihanna at the time. I'm tired of talking about it, but it's like, because I'm still in this position where I know that these things are still happening, I'm still being watched often. It's just kind of like, what do you expect me to do? What do you expect me to do? In the foolishness, cite a bitch. What does it take away from you to cite somebody that you literally traumatized in order to get the work from them? What does it take? That's what I'm trying to understand. What does it take? And I don't like, it's like I'm also in a position where I'm dealing with the middleman. And it's funny, I was saying this to myself this morning. It's like they feel like the middle manager to me. The middle manager of the entertainment industry. The artists that have already have a little bit of support from somebody, and then thinking that they can they get to play both sides. They're beneath me. Let's fucking dogpile this person, right? And I'm seeing she will not stop. Why should I stop talking about it? Why? Give me in the comments a good fucking reason why. Because there is nothing in my life that has changed since this has happened. It's gotten worse. It's gotten more disrespectful, and people still think they can fucking play. Like, I want to know. I just genuinely want to know. I genuinely want to fucking know. I really want to know. And it's like, you know how already it's hard to be an artist. How fucked up everybody already is, dude. It's just like, CITE us. CITE us. Don't fight us. CITE us. It's not on site. CITE us. Don't have folks following me around. CITE me, bitch. Like, I just CITE the people you're fucking taking from. The Empress in reverse here, still expanding. This Empress in reverse energy, one of the people that is often doing this and taking from people, okay, is still expanding, psychotically and obsessively, with the Moon in reverse and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, still tricky, and it's discouraging because even though people are seeing clearly, these folks still don't care. Like, it's like, I feel like I'm screaming to the heavens. I mean, can you imagine? Like, really, imagine being in a position where you're in a tight squeeze. You have people surrounding you whose intention is literally to hurt you, possibly because, and I'm warning you, bitch, to CITE a bitch. Anyways, knowing that the people that you have around you have either been bribed or paid to make your life harder, and that all it would take to at least be in a better position where you don't have to fight off dogs while also trying to climb up a hill would be to what? CITE a bitch. Why won't they CITE? Why won't they CITE? Why is it on site but no citing what they took that they liked? No time. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Can't adapt. Something about not being able to adapt. This could also be a lot of things switched around. I feel like things are very often switched around when it's used. I feel like it's like citing is used for many, many different reasons. Just the way I've heard celebrities talk about, like, oh, we said that we agreed, we said that we were going to do this, or that we were going to be, on the same side about an injustice that's been going on. And then when they get their management involved and everything else gets involved, then it's like, oh, like, I lied. My manager doesn't want to be on the same side as you for this situation. We'd rather not say anything, or we'd rather not. So I just feel like it's always this messy thing. And I feel like, I don't know, someone is assuming there's a confusion about who it is, but it's multiples. So I'm not confused. Can't adapt. The Three of Swords in reverse. Can't adapt to the grief of the betrayal and the hard work. That's interesting, and I'm thankful for that wisdom. So that's why they won't CITE. Ten of Pentacles. They cannot adapt to the grief and the madness of their own legacy. Justice. Seeing clearly that it's disharmony, but needing more time, having a lot of things to do, a lot of people to kind of deal with. Some things fall by the wayside, it seems. I'm hearing that could be what somebody's excuse is, when really it's more of just like, gotta make sure that I'm taking care of myself, gotta make sure. And, you know, I agree with that to a certain extent, but I just don't think that's enough. I don't think that that could ever be enough, especially when it's like years after years, because it's like you can sit and you can surveillance for years, never letting somebody know when you'll be surveillancing and when you won't, leaving somebody literally feeling like they're in a prison being checked on day by fucking day. And then somebody being honestly even possibly inebriated to the point where they're saying like, you know, it's good energy, like lying like it's good energy, but you're still fucking broke and you're seeing your shit go places. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Hard work to regenerate what has been going on here. It's hard to regenerate those rations that somebody else deserved, while the middle ass manager is able to steal from the unsigned or the unpopular. Hard work being orphaned. It's hard work being orphaned. It's hard work leaving somebody out in the cold that you know about, but check on every day like they're your daughter or your son through surveillance. Hard work, flexibility is still necessary. Flexibility is still necessary. Flexibility is still necessary. And the way that people lie, something about growing wings here, growing wings. I feel like there's also the excuse of, well, it's like they haven't really done anything yet. So that means that like they're not ready to be seen as an artist. So we'll just take this and then try and nurture their growth. You have me bending over backwards in this bitch. This woman looks fully formed to me and highly flexible, as if she's been bending her back her whole damn life type energy for a long damn time. Been able to handle the twists and turns. Been able to create something that feels real, and obviously something that you like if you're willing to have it in your work in the first place. It's no excuse to me anymore. There's no excuse. And I've been saying like, put my initials at the bottom, right? It's sad. It's like even just taking a little toss shout out is better than nothing, even though it's like really someone's full name deserves to be put under, right? But it's like, at the least, and it's really because it's about trying to keep the circle tight, while everybody else, keep the starving artist starving, while here everything is a fucking circle dance, like. And then the middle entertainers feeling like they have the power, you know, they're in power, so they get to play with that little re-up that they just got. I've been invited to surveil. I like that. I'm gonna take that. It's literally like how you have a middle manager at your job that is given instructions to give back to you. That's what this energy is. There needs to be a new approach for hard work. And how people get honored for what is used. point where it's like, if you've been through this, cite yourself, assistant choreographer, assistant writer, assistant creative director. I was thinking about this the other day when sometimes, I know you go on Instagram and you see folks talking shit, right? Of like, what y'all don't know is that I'm the creative director of blah, 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 blah. And people are like, okay, yeah, like, she's saying she's a trendsetter, yeah. Like, no, she or he or they actually did not get cited for something they had a big hand in that their energy inspired. Do y'all see this spider in the window? Oh, you can't see it. It kind of just disappeared. It just disappeared. See what I'm saying? Sneaky spider web type energy. And it's like, I feel this energy of like, I would recommend that people are respectful also about the pain that this causes, because I want to let you know, it's like, it doesn't always mean that there's a future for somebody down the line just because they were stolen from. It can literally be ransack energy of like, and now we leave you by the wayside, bitch, good luck. When you see it on the TV, bitch, don't get mad. If you do get mad, hopefully I'll be still watching you at that time. It's sick. It's cruel, it's dark, it's fucked up. And everyone, you don't want to get blackballed, you don't want to get back. That's slavery. I can't speak up about the things that are wrong and the injustices that are happening because then nobody will want to work with me. I already don't want to work with you and you're stealing from me. What are my options? It needs to be cited. It needs to be cited. Then trying to confuse people. Well, she doesn't like, something about how you present yourself. Well, you're not stylish, or you're not wearing this, or you're not wearing that, so you're not ready. Something about artist development as well. Being signed, but then being put into development instead of like right into being able to work. And then using that when it's like, no, this person maybe just needs money, not development. They know who they are and they know what they're on. They just need the development that the money can offer to be able to put their best foot forward in that way. So people using that as an excuse. Ooh. And then making people feel like they have no choice but to just stop working so hard. But somebody's legacy is going to be expanding anyways. I'm seeing that with justice out on the table right here. But I'm wondering, it's like this confusion of who? Justice, channeling. Being forced to give dreams away. And then people acting like it's fucking Halloween and you're the candy bag, bitch. You're the fucking the candy dispenser for Halloween. She's afraid to do this work. She doesn't want to do it. So let's just surveillance and take it from her like she's the fucking open candy bowl on October 31st in this bitch. Since she doesn't want to do the work. So what hope can we get from this, spirit? Because it's like, I could rant all day, but where does the hope come through? Is there a law? Is there like some sort of law that can be indicted where big artists are forced to cite if they're surveillancing? Because it's like they think this shit is funny, and for me, it's like, honey, listen, the farther you push me, the more I'm ready to speak. Every day, every time I feel those eyes on me, every time it's just like, it's this feeling of like, is it over yet? Is it over yet? Is that the last thing they're gonna take? Can I feel safe in my home to create something that's mine? And then get what I'm getting this, because I personally have made such a big stink, a little funky stink about this situation. Somebody else has chosen to just completely wipe what they were planning to take. And that's great. That's better. That's for somebody, but not for everyone, y'all. So here's a deep knowing here. Deep knowing that it's not in your imagination. So if you are dealing with this and you're feeling like, it can feel like, wait, I literally was just thinking about that, creating that, growing that just a little bit. But it's like the reality of things that you cannot imagine. But if, give me a second. For someone, something about like, it will not stop. Regardless, it will not stop people from being your op. That's what I'm hearing. But then it's just kind of like, but what? Give me a second. Wow. Okay. All the glitters at the bottom here. Yeah. So, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. That's what I feel like with the deep knowing here. But that also you should know that like I feel success energy here. I feel success energy. It's like success that you can't imagine. That will make the frustration feel more worth it. Maybe not completely worth it. I feel like there's something about like, keep this person away from my legacy. And I don't know if it's like you feel like somebody feels that way about you. That's why your stuff got taken. Like, don't let them try and get in my bag type energy. And the lyric of the day for me is, look, and I don't even know it that well, but I've been listening to it so much. Amaray, Big Stepper. And it's like, they see it like they. I wish I could look it up. I just have one device right now. But she's basically saying people talk about you like they made you, but they won't talk to you. Like this energy of like, you need to fucking back off. Like, we made you. You wouldn't be you without me. But then it's like they don't reach out. They don't, you've never met type energy. Huh? Like, how? Please, Lord, how? Right? Like, it's like, I don't know, giving flowers only goes so far. Giving somebody their flowers can only go so far. And it's also this combative energy of like, you know, you're not no fan, you're not no fan, you're not kin, you don't, you ain't. And it's like, okay, so I have to lick between your toes. Me listening to your albums like every day growing up. And then it's like they're mad they don't want to be put on a pedestal. Type energy. Don't put me on a pedestal. Don't put me on a pedestal. You know, you need to be stronger. Like, I don't want you to like me, bitch. Type energy. It's like, bitch, if the folks didn't like ya, I mean, and do you see how it's like, who knows what they're going through to have that kind of opinion? Seriously. Or is it a God complex? Yeah, the injustice has not come to an end, whether you're poised about it. I feel like you may, but let me say this first. It's like, let me get the good energy out. This, all that glitters energy for you isn't gonna go away. There's something about you being able to create something very beautiful on your own. Like, there's something about you being able to just, if you follow your own guidance, like, you know that your legacy is going to expand regardless of the magic that people are doing, how they're trying to confuse you, make it about love. And this is where the silly middle manager energy comes in. It's like using like, oh, you know, look at this new attractive person, the middle, that's the middle manager. Who is this? You've never met them before. Next thing you know, you see them doing something you thought, that type of shit. Just like so petty. And then it's about that, some sort of just like confusion, bringing confusion in it. Then when it's like nobody even has time for that right now. Whether that's good or bad. It's like you can't even really tell. Buy the book here. Somebody trying to stay poised. Staying poised is for you. Happy. Let me see. Or, yes, that these artists are just staying posed. Posed, honey. I meant to say poised, but essentially it's I can't even get the word out. Essentially, no comment. And then this thing of like, it's gonna get worse if you don't have a wing. If you don't have the wing of somebody to protect you, it's gonna get worse. Tell me about that. Tell me about that. Happy is for you. Yeah. So for, it's like, you have no idea what your legacy will be, what your 10 of Pentacles, what you're working for, and what can come out of, look at this, look at the happy card, and then like the egg that she's sitting on with the little face in it, like, so, you know, In some cases, that's why people are watching, whether they're willing to admit it or not. But it's like the unfair thing about it is like, well, what can we ransack before they get there? That's the shit that gets me tight. That's the shit that gets me fucking tight as fuck. Like, it's nothing. There's nothing left for you. Like, you already took so much. I'm talking about years, 2 years, knowing folks have been watching you daily. And it's like no one's gonna shoot you a text saying, we're done. And this whole thing, maybe your child will make a way type energy, like pass it on to your child. I don't know how I feel about that. With the justice in reverse and the go the distance in reverse, don't let people tell you that like your best bet is to just pass it on to your kid or something. Like, no need to live out your dream. You didn't make it this time, maybe the kid can make it. I don't know why. I just feel like that is not a supportive, it's just not a supportive mindset, you know? Like, I just feel like, yeah, no, that's not really accurate. It's just not accurate. It's not accurate. Yeah, and I feel like it's gotten so deep that people cannot adapt to it anymore. And it's like that's why you're seeing more and more people feeling like they need to speak out of like, hey, like I need to be cited in this bitch because folks are still playing me like I'm a CD. Like I'm just for the taking. Like I'm an open rose garden. Like I'm a fucking open daisy garden. Like I'm a grocery store that they can fucking steal a little cookie pack from and nobody will notice. It's like this can't this isn't it. This isn't it. And with temperance here, it's like who knows how long this has been going on or like what this tradition is. And then it's this thing of like, yes. For someone to co-create with these people would be an injustice at this point. I'm looking at remember how I showed you the last egg and this egg is looking like this. It's like that just might not be your egg, babes. You know what I mean? Like that just might not be your egg. Like that's somebody else's egg and they made theirs look how they want to make theirs look, but for you, different energy, different trajectory. But it's like they're not gonna stop trying. It's like a fucking fly. Like, where's the fly swatter at? Where's the fly swatter? Get out of my hair. Like, it's just not okay. It's not okay. It isn't okay. It isn't okay. It isn't okay. Yeah, something about somebody's EP. Something about somebody's EP. I have been waiting, and I've also talked to y'all about hacking, right? And how also a way that the middle manager controls is to be playing around with folks' YouTube channels and everything else to make them feel stressed out and all of that. The things, your timeline, they can control what is seen on that timeline. And so it's like they're all up in your files. I would recommend, if you're the type of person that likes to do voice memos or anything like that, don't do that anymore. Don't put your ideas in a voice memo in your phone, because that's how they're going to get to it. That's literally how my shit got taken before. Then once I cleared that out, then it was surveillance and people were able to see me, hear me, just working on stuff. Okay. Through the night. And here's the thing, I have seen it. There was another reader that I was watching very frequently who called out an artist before I knew this shit was happening to me. And I was like, how'd they even get to your stuff? Like, how do you feel like they took that? Like, I don't get how that happens. And then child, right after, I'm like, oh shit, this is really real. This is really real. This is really a real ass, crazy ass thing that's happening. And it's just not right. It's just not right. It just isn't right. It isn't right. And it's kind of like, I don't know, a lot of folks, I'm seeing somebody knowing. Something about knowing. Knowing. It's like, you don't know me. You don't know me. How about that? Instead about talking about what you know of what somebody else's business is going to be, know yourself. Know thyself. Know thyself. Making assumptions. I mean, she's going to be okay. No, it's just like, no. So, new life here. Here we go with new life. Patience with new life. Kind of learning how to balance, having to go back and forth or do different things, right? Adapt differently, different streams of income. Another example of how me personally, they've been trying to hold me back, me trying to get donations and things for my tarot card readings, and my phone being not in the US or the UK, and that's the only place where Cash App is acceptable. I live in California, bitch. And as I'm trying to download my Cash App so I can put that in the description to get the support for the readings I'm doing, I'm not able to set Cash App up because it says I'm not in California or in the UK, or excuse me, I'm not in the US or in the UK. Is that not directly a block to somebody's form of income? Is that not directly criminal behavior to hold somebody back so that they can continue to be stolen from? Okay, they're relentless. It's disgusting. And so I'm waiting for this EP. What can you tell me, Spirit, about the EP? And maybe it's like this energy, like you're expecting, because of the way things are shown up to you on your timeline, you're waiting to be mad at the next one. And they like to drop it on you. Like they're waiting for you to see the next collaboration, the next this that they took, the next that they took, so that they can laugh and giggle. And I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead serious. And it's this thing of like, oh, well, she's so resentful, it's gonna take her a long time to actually make something. I'm still focused on why are people not being cited? Like, it's like, I'm still focused on that. You are not alone. If you feel alone in this, please know that you're not alone. That can be the most discouraging part. I have heard in my mind as a psychic some artists saying they want to keep people away from each other because it would be too easy if they had a friend. That is what I heard. It would be too easy if they had somebody else. You have to deal with it alone. Otherwise, it would be too easy. Heard it with my own ears. keep her isolated, keep them away from other people, keep them from making connections. I've also talked about how, you know, just people playing with phones in general. The hacking is for real. The devil. Yeah, the devil just out here trying to discourage. And I have to be honest, I don't know, I feel like there's this thing of like, oh, it's, you know, it's only about them boys. It's them boys. It's not just them boys, love. It's not just them boys, sugar plum. It's not. Like, I don't like that. People acting like they have no control or no choice. I have no choice but to just steal from you and be comfy by the fire. And then it's like, oh, you're mad, bitch. Duh. Duh, bitch. Yeah, and like I'm feeling like not really knowing who has developed off of your creations. Please don't try my visions. Amore is coming through. So this maybe has happened to her. I feel like it happens to a lot of people before they break through. It's this big thing of breaking through. Something about somebody falling out with someone or people waiting for two people to fall out, that will make it easier for something to happen, like waiting for, or you know what I'm seeing that in a couple different ways. Falling out, like wanting people to fall out. It's really like it's like they have like a bird's eye view, some of these folks, the way they surveillance. They know and they put together in their mind like two people that would work really well together and wanting to stop. I'm telling you, it's deep, it's twisted, it's dark. Oh, look, they both like to make that kind of art. Let's make sure that they never meet each other. Oh no, they might want to meet, or oh no, here comes an opportunity for them to meet. No, let's do this, let's do that, let's change this, let's change that. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Look at the King of Swords. Look at that. Sitting here eating a snack, child, sipping on a Coca-Cola, child, and then cutting folks' heads off. Yeah. So it's like something, you know, and I've been feeling that. It's like this unfortunate feeling of like knowing that it's this thing of like pulling people's eyes back, forcing them to watch their work be taken. And that's why I'm saying that, because it's like that's what I've been experiencing. I'm really not deep into pop culture anymore. Like at first it was because spiritually I needed to walk away. Now it's because every time I go on the internet, they want to throw it's like they like to also do little jump scares, like all with the timeline and the organization of the timeline. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but I know it's like they want you to see it. They want you to see it, and they want you to be mad, and they want you to feel like there's nothing that you can do. Seriously. A new approach to put somebody to the test, acting like they're God, acting like You're just a big piece of flubber butter until you get your ass up and create something. Like creating is the same thing as like building a house or building a fucking big building or doing some sort of data entry. It's like creation is not data entry, honey. Okay? Seriously. Like I hate, and it's like that's how I, again, also being the softie doesn't necessarily make it the softie. I just feel like fuck that whole narrative, to be honest, because it's like it's the softie that makes you feel something, and that's why you want our work so bad, because you don't feel shit anymore. And not every artist has to. There are artists that have their own pen and write from experience. But it's just like there are also times when it's not, and it's political. It's political. In cases where some folks don't even know that that it was taken from somebody else, they're just presented with this idea and they like it and they work with it, not knowing where it came from. Yeah. And then look, I'm hearing someone's trying to tell me right now, once my EP comes out, the war will be over. It's like, bitch, and I will be calling you out every step of the way, bitch. Every step of the way. Because someone has me fucked up. 10 of Cups, Judgment in reverse, okay? Judgment's coming for somebody who thinks that they're just so damn on that they can just play and it doesn't matter. And I don't know why they feel like that in the first place. This energy of like, like everything's good, let's keep watching the little bitch. And I'm like, I beg to differ. So something is good about, it's like there's gonna be judgment. They're sitting around fucking jumping and flying on cloud 9. Feeling all good about themselves while somebody else is being hidden. Look at the clouds. I'm flying over the clouds. While the person that they're taking from is all caught up in the clouds praying to God and shit. Please. You're stepping over your people, bitch. You're stepping over your fellow artists, bitch. That's all you're doing, bitch. Okay. And I want to know, so there's this thing, there's a couple here. I feel like they deserve to be just talked about right now. There's this couple here. This feels like a middle manager couple to me. Why do they feel so entitled? Entitled. There's this entitlement. Right, exactly. Y'all working together is not going to clean this situation up. I protect you, you protect me, middle manager. No. Because the thing is also, people take it too far. They go too far. People go just too far with it. where it gets sadistic, it gets very cruel. Regeneration, like co-create, regenerating, some sort of creation of some sort, or if we work together, it'll regenerate. And I've been feeling this with this couple. It's like they get off the high of stealing and ransacking, making something of it for themselves, and then getting the celebration for it. Something about some Gene, somebody who's kind of like Gene from Bob's Burgers. It's funny, Gene he does play, he likes to play a lot of different things. So it's like they're getting their rations. What are you doing type energy? And it's just kind of like when you do that, and then they're falling out. And then they're falling out, and then it's like we're back, we're regenerating, we're falling out. Co-creation. Causing conflict. And I'll tell you, it doesn't help when you're a psychic and they know that right at 5151. Like, I just feel like it's kind of like, it doesn't help. It doesn't help. But it does help you, but it doesn't necessarily help the energy of whatever it is they're trying to pull over on you, or act like they then want to include you, or, ooh. Woo. It causes grief. It causes grief, and it causes pain, because these are people's babies. These are people's babies. These are people's works. These are people's babies. And that's why people get mad. That's why people feel offended. That's why people feel like, and then it's like, I'm broke, or like I'm still in a position where, I'm just being taken from. And how I said it gets sick and twisted. It's like folks can be so in your life and gather information from other people around you where they know what you've been through, who knows what they've seen through the surveillance. And then they are able to be in a position where they create more drama for you, creating a soap opera around your life, creating, well, we know that their family that treats them like this, so they're already have been betrayed in that way. Work with the family, then so we get to completely watch this person crumble like a crumble cookie right before our eyes. And who knows like what they get out of that besides just sick satisfaction. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the tea. And Spirit has not given me all the tea. There's a lot of ties. It's like this. There's a lot of ties connected to it. It's real tangled. It's really tangled. But there's a 10 of Cups energy here that you don't see coming. And I'm praying for you that you get the justice that you deserve, even if it just be you're able to like grow that following that you want from moving forward from this situation, or finding another angle, finding a way, getting that moment so that you're allowed to feel stable and you're able to feel safe. But someone's going to try and act like they're not watching you, and they're going to lie. Yeah, like it going on is such an injustice. And the other things I've been picking up is like how this can expand into more injustice. I mean, let's be real. How is it okay to have people watching you in your home? How is that okay? How is that appropriate in your home? I could even see more of like, okay, when you leave and you go to work, because this stems from the Terrorist Act, 9/11. This is how the surveillance started, of it being okay for people to surveillance, for basically the CIA, like high people up there in the justice system, to watch people that they are worried are terrorists and are going to put people in danger. That's how it started after 9/11. How did it get to people are taking people's creative work? How did it get to that? How did it get to that? That's so wrong. Like, it's like I could see more somebody being watched right when they leave their home or when they're at work. But to follow somebody home? To follow somebody home. And it's still an injustice. It's still an injustice. It's still an injustice. It is still such a fucking injustice that it makes me want to take my instruments and fucking slam it into one of these folks' heads. It is so wrong. Because it's like, it's beyond creation. It's beyond creating anything. It's like, this is prisoner energy. This is what it feels like to me. This is what it feels like to me. And I just cannot see. I cannot see. I just can't see. I cannot see. I cannot see. See ya. See ya. See ya. And I want to say, it's like you'll be surprised if you kind of keep an eye on a lot of the underground performers, or like often a lot of like Vogue ballroom scene, how many people give Sia her flowers. Wearing the bob. I rock a bob like Sia, eh? A lot of people talk about Sia because I feel like something has happened to her. I want to swing from the chandelier, and that video of her being in that like dirty ass place going crazy. That's what it feels like to be surveillance from your home for a long period of time, while the people who watch you try to control your life and work with other people around you to make you feel like a prisoner, like you don't belong, like you've done something fucking wrong, where your own family is getting bribed and paid up to manipulate you and make you feel uncomfortable. Your own friends and people you've never seen in your life. It's literally set up that way. It's set up that way. It's set up that way. And then having it where you're not even able, people who want to work with you, people who would be willing to work with you are afraid to work with you because they know that you're being watched and that they may be put in a place of danger for wanting to work with you, which is a lie, is giving middle manager still. Because that same middle manager went through it as well. It's of just fucking lies on lies on lies, lies on lies on lies. But it's like, you don't want the help from this person, but the way that they continue to linger like they have something for you, when really you have something for them, your work. Ugh. And then acting like, well, once she puts herself together, once she gets herself looking better, then we'll fix it for you. They're not gonna fix shit. Don't let people confuse your mind. Look at this motherfucker, this King of Swords right here, how the squid is underneath the hat because they're fucking lying. Don't let these fucking assholes lie to you and make you feel like you have to be better, prettier, or work any harder to get any justice from them. They have nothing to offer you. Otherwise, they put their money, all that money their fat ass is sitting on the table. And it's like, and they can't go the distance. They can't go the distance. And you know why. For whatever reason, you know why they cannot fix this for you. They couldn't fix it for you. To the point where even with my reading right now, my ops are listening to me recording this and trying to figure out how they're going to make sure through hacking the minimum amount of people see this video. So what is someone supposed to do when in their own home they're being watched? The internet is a lot of people's form of income, and then when they go outside they're being stalked by these same people. What is somebody supposed to do? What is someone supposed to do? What is someone supposed to do? What is somebody supposed to fucking do? It's wrong. It's just wrong. It's just straight up fucking wrong. This aggressive ass fucking community. And do you know what another thing that I heard them say? Surveillance is how we stay up. Another thing I heard in my ear. With a the fuck after it. Surveillance is how we stay up. The fuck? Bitch, are you fucking kidding me, bitch? Oh my God. Woo! So this is these folks' mindset. This is their mindset. This is their mindset. And these are the folks backing them, patting them on the booty. Okay? Giving them the support so they can keep doing this. You keep on, honey bunny, and stealing. You keep being a thief and watching these bitches and laughing at them and making them feel like they ain't shit. You keep hazing them, honey. This masculine needs to know no one's going to be poised for you. Nobody's going to be poised for your injustice, fucking high off the injustice face ass. Nobody is. Nobody is. And you know these agreements that you try and make with people, making agreements of somebody that you're going to bring into your life. These arranged couples, honey. These arranged marriages and shit for the television. Woo! These silly arrangements. And then happy that folks are not at peace, waiting for the next development. I know it's depressing. And I'm sorry for someone who's also going through this and are seeing the reading and is like, yeah, like this is really, this is it. This is resonating. Yeah, I'm sorry, because I know it's fucking sucks, but you're not alone. You're not alone. And if you can find the courage to speak out, speak out. Speak out, because I feel like at least it's like, this is the kind of thing, and then I'm gonna close it out. I'm done talking about this masculine, fucking hard head ass masculines. And the downloads that I've received about what they want to do with the surveillance. that goes deeper and sicker than just taking people's musical ideas away. That's already happening, right? Because when you're watching somebody, what are they watching for? And what kind of sick pleasures are they getting from watching? So what I was going to say is, I forgot my point. Let me see if it's going to come back. What was it, Spirit? Because I was getting the energy of like them wanting to turn this into this like illegal porn situation where like these women all the way up from celebrities down to just somebody that they think is attractive that they can get involved, being watched sexually. Being watched sexually. So it's not just stealing the work, it's being watched sexually. In your own home. Yes, look, bringing milk and honey for this backwards yang energy, this masculine backwards energy. This emperor in reverse energy, where they are able to then see these women naked and then also send the energy, send their work to somebody else to be stolen at the same time. It's criminal. It's criminal. It's criminal. Meanwhile, this man can't breathe. This man can't breathe, child. One of these men who doing this cannot breathe. Like they have asthma or something. Just fucking falling apart. Falling apart. And get into this, because I was going to do another reading about this, but I was just a little bit too, I don't know, I was feeling just a little crazy when I watched it back, but about creating scandals to protect themselves. Someone in the future wants to come out of like, I'm a good guy, so everyone, poor you, when it's like, people know the hand that you played in this, and it's not just that it also happened to you. You know the hand that you played in surveillancing somebody else after you stepped on their back to get up. You know you stepped on another bitch's back to stand up, and now you're in the light and you're feeling so good about yourself that you think that it's okay. And because things are still not working exactly, judgment in reverse, now it's create a scandal. Now it's use the same person that you hopped up on their back. They are under judgment. They are under judgment. Then using that person to try and create a scandal so that people will feel sorry for you. Because you lost control. And you know what I also want to say? Stop making it about sex. Stop making it. These sick motherfuckers will also then say, well, we've been watching this woman. She knows that she's being watched, so she won't engage in any type of sexual activity with herself or with others because she knows she's being surveillanced. She needs some dick. You see how sick these fucking assholes are? Somebody help her. She needs some dick. She needs some justice. She needs some fucking justice and some money in her fucking pocket for what was taken from her. Taken from them, taken from him. We need some justice for what was taken, not asshole spread for you. And it's like they like to include people who are cutthroat enough that these things don't make them sick. Because who could be able to do this? I know I couldn't sit here and watch people with a good conscience. I could not. I couldn't. Like, for real. Like, I know I could not sit and watch. Not me trying to use a male celebrity, but I couldn't sit and watch somebody knowing they're suffering, taking their work, and then trying to get some sort of sick, sadistic pleasure on the side. Come the fuck on. Something about wasting time, waiting for somebody else to fucking say some shit about it. I feel that of like, somebody is about to be reading some cue cards. I've been doing this. It was like a couple of days ago. I was like this. I'm like, what is this? Spirit's like, someone's gonna have to read off some cue cards because they can't be honest about they can't be honest about the mistakes that they've made. So they have to fucking read off some cue cards, and because they're nervous they're nervous about it. They're nervous about it. And I want to say, in my case, if you see this shit, because it's like, I might not be able to see when one of the people who has been doing this shit to me gets caught the fuck up or exposed for it. Because I have been dealing with it where, like, my phone, it's like they can control what I see and what I don't see. Seriously. So it's like I feel this thing of like, even when justice comes, I might not get to see it so that they can continue to steal. And it's this thing of like, I don't really care if you're down bad. Like, that's not enough for me to know that you're struggling because, you know, the drama of the industry got to you and all the drugs that's around. Like, that's not enough for me. That's not enough for me. Cite me, cite us, cite us, cite us, cite us for our work or shut the fuck up. Cite us, cite us. Please don't on-site us. Cite me, cite us for our work. It's not on site, but cite us for the price is right. Cite me for the price is right. That's why I'm saying cite you. So I am one of the assistant choreographers of Rihanna's Super Bowl 2023 performance. I'm also one of the supported writers of Through the Night by Mayetta. And that's all I have for now. And there may be more. Something about Tyla I've been picking up, because this is an ongoing thing for me. So thank you. Yes, I am a choreographer. Thank you for having me. 2023 Super Bowl, bitch. Through the Night, Mayetta, thank you. Do you know what I said in my song? She says, I think you should try to blow my mind. And I said, I was talking about suing for the Super Bowl performance. And I don't know if you remember the guitar in there. It goes do 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 do. On that do do do, I was saying Sue, 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 Sue. And she may not know that. I really don't have beef with her in particular. Like, I don't know her. But somehow after I did that, a few months later, that song is out or shown to me, finally. So don't be mad at me when folks are now just self-citing and just saying that this is what happened. Yes, assistant choreographer, assistant writer to this work. Still no money paid, still no money in the pocket, still being played where I go, still being watched where I go, still being treated like a prisoner for no fucking reason at all. I think you should try and fill up these fucking pockets. I think you should try and cite my work. I think you should try and acknowledge who you're stealing from. I think you should try, 'cause it's been a while and no money is in my bank account. And then the only thing that these folks who steal can say is, oh, like, you need to work on your breath support. Oh, you need to work on this. Oh, you need to work on that. That's why we didn't want to work with you. Oh, is that why you stole? Is that why you stole? Oh, that's interesting. And it's like, I'm tired of then feeling afraid, like I can't talk about this shit. Bitch, you're taking my babies from me, I'm gonna speak. You're taking my babies from me, I'm gonna speak. You're taking my babies from me, I'm gonna speak. You're treating my children like they just were out there on the street when they weren't. You came into my house, you went into my bedroom, and you took one of my babies while I was asleep. That's the energy. That is the analogy. And I'm not okay with it, and I'm coming for blood. And then this whole thing of like, we're trusted. Not for long. Not for long. The people who trust you are either not artists or just don't know any better, or have married you or want to marry you. Because I'm going to let you know, one of these middle managers in my situation just really wants to fuck the person that they want to keep looking good for this situation. Yes, like, I have nothing to lose, and they know that. They know that. They know that. After the things they put, I don't really have anything to fucking lose. I don't really have anything to fucking lose. Yeah, and I know that. And thank God for these psychic gifts so that I can expose these motherfuckers. Because yes, it's just because they just want to fuck the person. And justice is justice. Can you have sex with the person and cite me? No, huh? Like, thinking we care about the sex. We don't. Can you cite me? Can you cite me? All right, I've rambled enough. Can you cite me though? It's like, please, if you can get to the genitals, love, more power to you. Because that's the power you're looking for. But the power I'm looking for is in the citation. Thank you. I'm looking for the citation. Thank you. So something about Tyla, because Tyla's working with this middle manager who's been screwing me over for a year and a fucking half. Just did a video with the man that was just posted. Woo! So that's all I have for you. If you made it to the end, it must be because you really feel me and you're also angry. You're a real one. I pray that you get the justice that you deserve. Cite yourself. Cite yourself. Because it's like, I'm a choreographer, bitch. That's how I feel. And I am a songwriter for real. Like, I really do that. I really have that skill. So it's self-cite. It's self-cite. All right. Take care of yourself. Talk to you in the next one.